Hello there. Good evening. Hold on, making sure. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, sorry, things have been relatively quiet over the weekend, but family and I, Sir Honor included, went to some festivities over the weekend, and that's why I am in costume at the moment. What I am is neither here nor there, so don't worry about it. But here we are, focusing on day 20. We're gonna fix this little debacle right now, so you guys don't have to worry. You and the viewing audience don't have to worry about it. So our story for this one is Spider-Men. All right. A trip to the zoo for Miles Morales turns into a chance to prove himself when a rampaging rhino shows up. But Miles still has a lot to learn about being a hero. Will he be able to show what he had to show he has what it takes? Well, let's find out together. Spider-Man. Spider-Men. Plural. Spider-men. There we go. You may have heard of Peter Parker, but do you know about the other Spider-Man, Miles Morales? Miles is such a words that I'll eventually learn how to say. Miles was just a teenage boy when he gained spider powers, made his own costume, and called himself Spider-Man too. Spider-Man as well, like TOO, not number two. Peter began to train Miles to be a superhero just like him. So get ready to read a story with not one, but two Spider-Men. Story of two Spider-Men. Alrighty. One day, young Miles Morales and his friend Genki were on a school trip when they were caught by surprise. Genki, watch out! Miles shouted to his best friend. A flood of wild animals came stampeding towards them, right through the heart of Central Park Zoo. Miles knew he had to help, but he couldn't put on his spider suit. Genki was the only one who knew about his powers. Putting on his suit would reveal Miles' secret identity to everyone. How did all of these animals escape? Asked Genki. That is a good question. I don't know if this happens in New York very often, but animals roaming the Central Park Zoo is probably not on anyone's bucket list. So let's see if our heroes can find a way to fix it. As if the universe was answering his question, the supervillain Rhino charged out of the woods, straight towards Miles and Genki. Jump, dude! Miles shouted over to his friend. He's gonna run you over! Luckily for Miles, the original Spider-Man appeared. He snagged Rhino's horn just in time to save Miles from revealing his secret. Hee-haw! You're worse than a bucking bronco, Rhino, shouted Spider-Man. When Miles realized that the Spider-Man was there to help, he was thrilled. Hey, got some action right out the gate. No slowing down. Alrighty. Rhino jerked his head away, yanking Spidey off his back. Wham! Spider-Man slammed it to the ground.
Ha!
Rhino cried.
Try to keep up, Spider-Man. My new animal friends and I are pretty wild.
As Peter lay on his back, Miles rushed over to see if he was okay. Hey, Spider-Man, Miles said. Peter was still a little woozy from hitting the ground. Ugh, Miles, great to see you, buddy. Before Peter could finish, he felt Rhino's hand grab his ankle. Uh-oh. Like I said, we ain't slowing down. Things are already heating up. Oh, hold on. Don't skip no pages. Rhino flung Spidey through the air and out of sight. Miles stood face to face with the Rhino, but he didn't budge an inch. Hold on, wait, I want to be sure. No one scares the animals and little kids when I'm around, said Miles confidently.
You've got nerve, kid. I'll give you that,
snorted Rhino.
You're lucky I've got Webhead to finish.
Straight up just chucked him like he was playing for the freaking like he was playing for the Yankees. Jeez. Rhino stormed off to find Peter Parker. He didn't realize that Miles was also a Spider-Man. Miles looked left and right. He was all alone. He remembered what Peter once told him. With great power comes great responsibility. And without another thought, Miles slipped on his mask and pulled on his suit. Like Epic transition of superhero costume. Go. Where Miles had once stood, now bounced the one and only, well, one of only two, Spider-Man. Miles' kicked to Rhino's head was enough to loosen the supervillain's grip on Peter. Yeah, thanks for the assist, Spider-Man, said Peter Parker.
Ah, how cute,
Snarled Rhino.
The Spider-Man have come to meet their doom.
As Peter dodged Rhino's attacks, he called to Miles. I need you to stop the zoo animals before they cause any more damage. Miles was hurt. You don't want any help battling Rhino? Before Peter could respond, Rhino poked his horn right into Peter's behind. Yowza! I don't know about you, but that's probably not where you want pointy objects to go. So, yeah, things are heating up for sure. Why doesn't Peter want my help? Miles wondered. Maybe I'm not cut out for this whole superhero thing after all. But then he remembered that there was a job to do. It was his responsibility to round up the animals. And if that's what Peter needed, that's exactly what he was going to do. With great care, Miles wrestled the crocodile, webbing its mouth so it couldn't bite anyone. Next, he climbed a large tree and guided a red panda back to safety. Then, Miles contained a lion by electrifying the air with his venom strike, a spider power that Peter didn't even have. Eventually, all the animals were safe. Yes, for those who are not familiar, because Miles Morales is only recently coming into mainstream popularity. He's always been there. Like, he's considered old by this point, but new in, like, the current space. He actually has electrical abilities. Like, he is able to do these little electrical shocks, and he calls them the Venom Strike. Not to be associated with the symbiote superhero villain stuff. Get the pages. Okay, there we go. Just as Miles began to wonder where Peter and Rhino were, Peter came bouncing across the ground and slammed to a stop next to him. Ow, 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 cried Peter. Rough landing. Where's another Spider-Man when you need him? He joked. Seriously, dude? Asked Miles hopefully. Even though Miles was still learning his powers, Peter knew the kid was ready. What do you say, Miles? Want to see if the Rhino can beat the Spider-Man? Miles smiled. I thought you'd never ask. Yeah, you know, what's a good old Monday afternoon without Spider-Man getting his butt kicked every now and then. Gotta give the supervillains a fighting chance too, you know. Together, the Spider-Men made the ultimate team. It was pretty amazing. I added that part. Have a nice trip, said Peter as he wept up Rhino's feet. Man, your ugly mug is shocking, said Miles as he used his Venom Strike to give Rhino an unexpected jolt. Ooh, nice one, cheered Peter. A team up of the century. Alrighty. Rhino slammed into the pavement, knocking himself out. Do you want to make the final wisecrack? Asked Peter. Miles smiled. How's this? Spider-Men. We put the no in Rhino. Peter burst into laughter and let out a theatrical sob. Oh, my little baby is growing up. After taking care of Rhino, the Spider-Man settled down for a well-deserved break. Remember when I told you that the true heroes give back to their community? Peter asked. Well, giving the zoo a dude dressed as a rhino wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Miles smiled as he sipped his drink loudly. Still, he definitely fits in, he grinned. Just another day at the office. Some just have it more interesting than others, I guess. And so we have reached the end of our story for day 20. But don't go anywhere. We have way more coming at you. There's still day 21 and, of course, day 22. So this will be me signing out, SirLoyal, and I do hope you have a wonderful, happy holidays and a Merry Christmas to everyone else. Doodly doodly.